continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the UCF Knights, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Kent State Golden Flashes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semi-final collision. Return begins inside the 10. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. And he finally steps out, but not before an excellent return to set up the offense. So the Kent State Golden Flashes return team does the offense a big favor, sets them up well for this first drive. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. This, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense loved to play the RPO game. And here early, they pick up some big yards.
Trying to find some room. It's Daly. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Breaks free. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Knights offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Quarterback still with the football. The junior able to bring him down quickly. The Knights come to the line in their hurry up. Back to pass. It's Marshall. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And he'll drop back here on third down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. Fourth down coming up. The Knights will send the punt team onto the field. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Kent State's offense back out there now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And the single back takes the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is four-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Golden Flashes come to the line with first and goal. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. Back to pass. It's Marshall. Quick throw to his receiver. He's a wide open receiver, complete. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. The Knights looking to run some tempo here. They'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Knights. Just ran away from the defense. Let's see if this scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Now, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. When he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took it to the house. Here comes the Kent State offense on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Outstanding field position to begin this drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to extend the play. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Keeping it on the ground here. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. And it's Kent State in the lead right now. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here we go on fourth down. The Golden Flashes keep the football on the move.
Well, that's when you know a coach trusts the offensive line and his running back. Fourth down and short, no problem. Give it to the running back. The back doesn't hesitate at all. He's able to convert and pick up that nice first down.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Fights off a defender. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Kent State. This offense is still clicking. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. Defense able to contain him after that juke, and he picks up a solid gain. The Knights hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. Golden Flashes offense retakes the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns at last possession. On the ground, it's Daly.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He bought some time, now lets it go. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Hey, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out, but the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Throws to the tight end. He's got a man down the middle. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And they get him down, but that's a solid game there to move the sticks using his feet. The Golden Flashes will line up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run it. There's the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. Down he goes. A sack. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown in that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin. Our halftime update. The Golden Flashes will kick this deep to begin the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. First down here for this offense. Back in motion now. On first down, it's play action. Fires it on the move. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Breaking through defenders. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Going again on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Kent State's offense back out there now. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. He's brought down, but a solid game moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Here's the second down play. They're going to run it. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State. And they get set now to try the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Now they get set to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So second down after the incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. The ball is caught. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. The Knights will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
There's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Same tailback, another carry. Fighting off the defender. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
The Golden Flashes line up on 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So let's see what the play caller likes here on 3rd and short from the +27. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Now they're running on the toss. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
He's escaping the pocket now. Trying to create here on the move. And he pulls in the catch. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. It's a quarterback keeper. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out.
Okay, ready?
Time for one more play here in the quarter.
Here we go.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, golden flashes. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Now just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
And it's Kent State in the lead right now, Kirk. In these playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle with a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him. They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quick throw to the left side. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I just don't think there's anything else. Caller, you've got to be able to. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Here comes the Kent State offense on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen.
Touchdown, Kent State. And the route is on. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the quarterback. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He's looking to throw. And he grabs it for the two-point try to build this lead even more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. This drive is important. The last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner is brought down. The Golden Flashes offense retakes the field now. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. Running back has it on a screen now. Powers through. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Intentional grounding.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He'll take a deep shot. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, Knights. Strong game by this quarterback.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Kent State's offense back out there now. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped. And the opponent went right down the field. Let's see if they can recover from that here. Looks like he's going to run it. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Getting set. Here's second down. Ball handed off. Fighting him off. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
It's a draw to the back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Heads up a fake direct snap to the up man. And the returner is brought down as the clock runs out. That'll do it for this game. That's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting.